guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Since I woke up early, I thought I might well just do a broadcast quickly so I get it out of my head. Anyway, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I want to talk about the spiritual mind will stop your... Sorry, let me correct myself. Judgmental mind will stop your spiritual growth. Yesterday, I roughly mentioned about what is spirituality. Like people ask me what's spirituality. People tend to overrate spirituality, but what spirituality really is the nature of the spirits. Like it's your core, your foundation of your soul. Why does many people are talking about spirituality these days? Seems like everyone you talk to, either they are spiritual coach or they are talking about new age spirituality. The reason of that is because we've been living in the world that's mostly driven by logic, by our mind, by our logic. So for centuries of time, we don't really talk about our spiritual, like, what our soul wants and who we are, what we are for a long time. And then since we come to this generation, like we pretty much material-wise satisfied. Our logic is kind of overloaded. So it's only nature we want to seek for something with deeper meaning. So that's why it seems like, everybody's talking about it. And you don't understand why everybody's talking about it. So many people got this... illusion, believing, so if in order to get spiritual growth, I should just read a lot of spiritual book, or I should just, study or just only talk about spirituality. The reality, the truth to that is not so, because we come to become a human for a reason. As if you follow my blog, I talk about how important it is for people to balance your logic, your emotion, and your spirit. So it's not only spirit, only your soul, but to find a balance of three. So if you follow my blog so far, and then you kind of understand what it is I'm trying to share with you, you will understand on the universe, in the soul form, there's no good or bad. There's no right or wrong. Does that make sense to you? That means when you exist as a soul, you don't really judge anyone. You don't really criticize anyone, because you understand everything is there for a reason. And then you will come to this acceptance of they are important here as I am here. Makes sense to you? So anyway, just a little bit, reminder of what I was talking about, because that'll help me easier to talk about what I'm going to say later. I also mentioned a while back saying comparison, like all those judgment, comparison, or criticism, most likely is created by human logic. Remember, we're living in a very logical, overloaded world. Therefore, we will have a lot of judgment about what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is pretty, what is ugly. You know what I mean, right? But in the soul form, we understand why we are here the way we are without any criticism. We don't compare, because we totally understand I'm in my journey, you are in yours. I have no position to play judge, and I have no position to criticize you. So apply that soul foundation on everything else. You realize for one religion to criticize the other religions simply doesn't make sense. For one person to criticize the other person that you don't know better, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't exist in the soul form, in the universe, but it exists in the human mind. Why? Because it's created by logic. So if you have that foundation very good now, like so far, you kind of got an idea what it is, then you will understand why some people, when they study spirituality for a really long time, they probably read through all the book, they probably study Bible over and over and over, but then it seems like they are still where they are. You know what I mean? They are not really going anywhere. Their life is not getting better, and then they're getting even more frustrated. Usually very frustrated because they think they study for so long, and then they know so much more or so much better than anybody else. But if you look at their life, they're still where they were 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. You know what I mean? They are not happier person. They're getting even more depressed, or they're getting even more frustrated with their life. So throughout the years, many people come to me and then they ask such a question. How can I grow? How can I be spiritually evolved? How come I've been studying, spirituality for 20 years, but I'm still where I am? And, how come I cannot be like you? I don't really understand why you want to be like me. But as I say it, maybe you believe seeing will make your life better. But what I'm really here trying to say here is the reason you're not really growing anywhere is because you being try to seek for spiritual growth with your judgmental mind. That judgmental mind is I'm better, or I'm less, or I have this perception what spirituality is supposed to be. You don't really think it's a foundation of your soul. Everybody has it. You simply believe you are better than someone else. You know what I mean? When you really start filtering every knowledge with that kind of mind, you're not going anywhere. Why are you not going anywhere? It's because you simply try to analyze everything with your human mind. You know what I mean? So you might go out there still criticize people like you don't know. You're so stupid, or you're so ugly, or you're so thin. See, that behavior, that way of thinking is already violating what universe is. Let me rephrase myself again. I know I tend to repeat myself over and over again, but it just seems like, it's a concept hard for people to really comprehend. That is, under the universe, that is no good or bad, right or wrong, better or worse. It is simply what it is. You know what I mean? If you start to understand that concept, that is, you would really have to executing it in your life. Then you start to understand before you will criticize it and say that is so stupid, that is so dumb, that is terrible, that is so ugly, that is something. Now you learn, see, under the universe, that thing don't exist. So take it all back. And then you say, okay, they exist for a reason. Well, they are there for a reason. I'm not in position to play judge. Who am I to criticize them? Because that is human mind. One thing I learned through years is once you start letting it go, let that judgment go, automatically let it go, and then start understanding things are here for a reason. It is what it is. I have no position to play judge. Okay, I might like it, I may not like it. If I don't like it, I simply walk away. I don't need to make any comment on that. Does that make sense? When your mind starts to open, spirituality is simply who you are. You know what I mean? It's within you. It's not something that you need to seek for, to become, you have to be aware, yes, but it's not something you have to seek elsewhere to, obtain, achieve, or grab. It's simply who you are. When you start peeling this human layer, then spirituality, let me say again, is simply the nature of the soul. It will simply be who you are, what you are. And then you will reconnect with your soul. You will understand in living in this universe, we are living in this big umbrella called respect. Whatever you are, I respect you. I may not agree with you, but I will respect you. You know what I mean? So anyway, for many of you who are very, very interested in pursuing spirituality or pursuing spiritual growth, what I can recommend for you, my belief is really not reading books to help you spiritual growth, not, studying so much so all of a sudden you become a psychic. They are intuition that you're born with. They are, natural instinct that you're born with. But in order to really synchronize with those feelings that you were born with or reconnect with yourself, really the best way to do is living a balanced life between your soul, your emotion, and your logic, right? So if you have this strong mind of logical mind, you know what I mean? They are better than me. They have it more than me. How come they have so much more than I do? They don't deserve it. who are they to do that? They don't deserve to be happy. They don't know. What are they? Remember those voices? I'm trying to give you a lot of example, but you know what I'm talking about. Start letting it go. The moment you start let those voices go, that is, you start peeling your logical mind that come with strong judgment, right? Very judgmental mind, like believe you deserve better or you deserve less or whatever. Then it will simply start bring your mind to reconnect with your soul. And then that's when you are able to grow spiritually, naturally, without even knowing about it. So anyway, just a little bit my personal opinion. As I say, it's always my personal opinion. So if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.